Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Today we are going to be playing with the brand new Ofra x Samantha March Volume 3 collaboration. This is the Life's a Draft palette, and there's also a Sam Squad lip gloss trio, and I'm just really excited to dig in and try everything. The products that Sam has already created with Ofra in the past I use all the time, so I have a feeling that I'm really gonna love these as well. I will say I am a bit biased. I love Sam. I view her very highly, so I'll just throw that out in the beginning as well. And I actually feel really special because Ofra accidentally sent this to my old address in Pennsylvania, and I was really sad about it because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get that for a while. So I talked to them and they literally overnighted me a new one, so I'm just super grateful, and I knew I had to go ahead and film with it today. So here is what the palette looks like. It's super cute. I'm really digging these tones just because I've been loving that like a little bit of color but also kind of neutral at the same time moment, and I feel like when I see these colors I really do think of Sam. I think it's even a little bit more adventurous than I thought she would go. Just a very like rosy, mauvey, purpley kind of color story, and I'm thinking of other palettes that have come out with these similar kind of vibes, and I feel like this one actually looks more vibrant, more rich, so I'm really excited about it. And then on the bottom there is a blush, which this is the deeper shade from the Chiclet blush duo, and then there's a bronzer, and I believe, oh gosh, I can't remember if this is the lighter or the deeper one from the River bronzer. I don't really use that bronzer all that often just because it's a little bit too deep for me, so I guess those were probably fan favorites that she brought back in a bigger size. And then this one, this baby right here, is called Dream Chaser, and it is a brand new highlight, and you know I'm obsessed with over highlights, so I'm very excited about that. It looks like, I would say like a very pale kind of champagne shade. I'm really excited about that, and it's so, I mean, it's not that tiny, but I feel like if I love it I'm gonna end up hitting pan on that, just knowing me. So let's go ahead and do some swatches really quickly. Okay, first we have 09, which is a soft, very like grayish mauve. We have Ram, which is like a mid-tone plum. Honors, which, ooh, okay. This one swatches a little bit lighter than it looks in the pan. It's like a berry shade with a blue shift. In my experience, I feel like Ofra shimmers are normally more on the satin side, so I wouldn't say that they're my favorite formula. I definitely could see myself either spraying my brush or using like a glitter primer or something to amp it up a little bit. Okay, next we have Peace, which this one is like a little bit more of a like brownie plum, very pretty. We have Maya, which this one, this shimmer looks a little bit more up my alley. It just looks like a really pretty kind of like platinum pink, but not like baby pink. We have Cherry, which is kind of like a muted red matte. So this is another mauve, but it's even like a little bit more gray than the first one. There was like a little launch party on Zoom. Best party I've ever been to because I didn't have to say anything. Like, this is an introvert stream party, but they mentioned that they did a bunch of mauves because different people's skin tones pull mauves differently, and sometimes they'll look more pink, sometimes they'll look more purple, sometimes they'll look more gray. So having this shade, and this shade was trying to have everyone have like their perfect mauve. And then we have Ink, which is a little bit of like a deeper kind of berry satin shade. All right, so there's all of the eyeshadows swatched out. I feel like overall the eyeshadows look really nice. Okay, we have 6 here, the blush, and then the bronzer is called Key. So here's the blush, here's the bronzer, and then let's swatch Dream Chaser. Ooh, that's pretty. So there's the highlight. Ooh, okay, why is that? That's even more like platinum pink than I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be more champagne. I love that. Okay, shook. I go ahead and compare it to Pillow Talk right now because I just need to. Okay, so it looks like a slightly more subtle version of Pillow Talk, like a little bit less pink. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Very excited. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out the lip gloss trio as well. And I'll do some quick swatches. I think these look really pretty. So the first one here in the middle is called Millie, and this was part of the collaboration last year. And I really, really like this. I think it's a beautiful topper for liquid lipsticks, but I already have mine right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this to my sister and see if she likes it, because I don't want to have an extra. I just don't go through lip gloss that much. So I'll go ahead and just swatch my old Millie so you can see what it looks like if you're not familiar. I do my best to wipe off the wand every single time when I use this so that I don't contaminate the color or anything. So it's just like a very icy white shimmery shade. I don't love it on its own because that's not my personal aesthetic, but I do love it as a topper. Peony is described as a shimmering pink rose, and it says that it smells sweet. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, so it's definitely like a little bit more on the sheer side, and it doesn't even look like glittery or anything. It just looks super glossy. And then lastly, we have the Queen lip gloss, which is described as a shimmering peachy copper nude. Again, it's definitely more on the sheer side, but definitely a really pretty kind of like peachy brown shade. Those are all the swatches. Let's go ahead and put this on my face. I cannot wait any longer. So today I feel like I want to like focus on something a little bit lighter, a little bit more soft, and like really focus on the outer V for like the definition. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this mauve right here. So just gonna go ahead and start that off on my outer V with a pretty small crease brush, and just kind of creating like a little bit of like a winged out shape. Okay, so I know it looks a little bit silly right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. And then I'm gonna go in with a somewhat clean blending brush and just really soften that. Now I'm gonna go into this shade right here, just adding that on my outer V, just to add like a little bit of depth. Then again, just going in with my blending brush and making sure everything is super soft. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade for my lower lash line, just connecting on the outer half, I would say. Then you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go into that duochrome, and I'm gonna use that on the rest of my lower lash line. Just adding a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of Dream Chaser while we're here and pop that on the inner corner. So pretty. Might even bring it onto the lid just a little bit, just because I love it so much. I take some of that underneath my brow bone. I feel like these are blending and just working super quick and easy, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade now, and I'm placing that on the middle of my lid. Yeah, definitely more of a satin, I would say overall, especially if you're used to like really, really intense shimmers. I feel like I could see reaching into this palette a lot for the mattes and then using like something from Cliona or Divina all over the lid. Ooh, you know what liner would be really pretty with this look? I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Nabla Aero No. 3 liner, which is like a beautiful burgundy. Gonna throw on some mascara. May as well do the Ofra mascara while we're here testing so many things from Ofra, and then I'll be right back so we can do blush, highlight, and lips. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this blush, but I'm gonna use a duo fiber brush just to help me not go overboard. Just throw that on. Does have like a really pretty glow to it. All right, now for the moment I've been waiting for since I saw the inside of this palette. Let's go ahead and put this highlight on. So excited. Yeah, that's really pretty. I feel like it just looks so glowy, and it doesn't even really come off as icy. I love it, I love it, I love it. So let's go ahead and I guess I'll show you all the lippies on my lips just so you can see what they'll look like and everything. So I'll start off with Millie. As you can see, it's very sparkly. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and try on Queen. Okay, that's really pretty. It just has like a little bit of a tint to it, but I just really love the finish. I love a good, super, super glossy lip where it just looks incredibly reflective without being metallic. So I really, really like the way that that looks, and I'm even more excited for Peony. I feel like this is about to be a go-to. Oh yeah. Ooh, and that one's so soft. Like the way it feels on the lips. Feels so buttery. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right, so this is the entire look finished, and I love how it turned out. Like I said, I went very natural on the eyes today, so if you want to see me do another look with this palette and maybe do something a little bit more dramatic, definitely let me know. The glosses are so pretty, the highlighter is stunning, like I'm super about it. So congratulations to Sam, did a wonderful job, and that is pretty much everything for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.